Tom Wolfe from the Wolfe Brothers. Welcome to Australian Musician.
Mate, thanks so much for having me on. This is really cool.
Yeah. So what's your isolation story, Tom? You with other people? How are you coping?
I'm kind of lucky. Where we live on a little farm, so we've got like 40 acres down here in southern Tas.
Yeah.
I'm with my wife, and then on the farm as well, like my uncle and his wife and his son lives as well. So it's not just me and my wife. Otherwise, I think we probably would kill each other by now. But yeah, look, it's been look, at first I won't lie, I was pretty depressed and mopey to literally watch all my gigs and everything sort of go. But then we've started doing jobs around the farm, and I've been getting very versed in the world of Zoom, Skype, FaceTime, and been using that to write. Put my energy into trying Skype writing. I thought, well, I'm stuck here. I may as well try and do something productive. So that's kind of how isolation's going for us. We are starting to go a little stir crazy now, though. We're at the point.
What were the plans for this year? The plans that you had to put aside?
Yeah, look, we had the next sort of 3-4 months was in Australia, literally festivals, beer fests, rodeos, Easter weekend, like it was all big events, and that is all gone. That was pretty disheartening. So yeah, we did that, and then we were going to go over to America for 2 months and promo, single, write. We were going to fly out to Canada, do some promo. Then we were going to come back to Australia, do a couple more shows, then head over to Canada to do about 30 dates. And that's all been postponed. So that's a bit sad, but it is what it is. We're all in it. So, it's interesting to see how much the online interaction has really grown. And I think people are craving it, like craving the interaction. So we've just been doing things like trying to do Friday Night Live videos. We put the new single out and just sort of thought, well, let's just keep moving and try and be as interactive with people as we can. So when we do come out of this, we come out of it stronger, So it's sad that some of the plans aren't happening now, but they will happen. And look, as I said, we're all in it. It is what it is. We just got to roll with it, don't you, really?
Yeah. So do you have some sort of studio set up there?
I don't. I have a very basic. This is sort of my little man cave. Got a little keyboard over here. My cousin actually is an audio engineer, so he has a studio and he's on the farm as well.
Right.
So that's kind of really handy. Actually, tonight we're going to get together, do some demo. I've bought a bottle of scotch, so we're going to have scotch. We're going to record demos, record vocals, and then do some bass tracks and just sort of go wherever we go, really. So, I'm pretty lucky. Nick, my brother's got a great little studio in his house, but he's in Launceston. But it's something I definitely want to do, and actually something now that we're not on the road and we're not working, I'm like, oh, okay. It's like it's gone to the top of the to-do list. I need just a basic setup where I could have an interface and a mic and just record some sort of just basic sort of demos, really. That's kind of what I want to be able to do.
How did you come to be the bass player in the band? Because I think you started out as a keyboard player, didn't you, when you were younger?
I started out as a keyboard player. So Dad was a drummer, and this is when we were real young. Like, he had Nick's older than me, so he had Nick in guitar lessons at like age of 5. And then I think what Dad wanted was like Nick on guitar, me on keys, and in his band. I think that's where his head was going. But I don't know. I didn't quite warm to keys at that point, and mainly because I was kind of like really young, and you're doing like the level 1, level 2 learning thing, which is really great. But while that was happening, my brother was coming home with like Metallica Master of Puppets album. And, I was hearing like AC/DC and, I was kind of just absorbed in this guitar stuff. So I went and bought a little Samick bass. Told Dad, I said, I'm playing bass, I'm not playing piano anymore. It was a big moment for my life. But I loved it, I really took to it. I really loved it. I was able to play what I was listening to at the time. As I've got older, though, I went and bought a little Roland piano over here, a little keyboard, and just purely because I got to an age where, I'm a hack. I'm a hack when it comes to playing guitar. I can, fumble my way through things. I think I'm an okay bass player, but for writing, I really wanted some different areas to go. So I've actually been really drawn back to the piano and to keys as I've got later on in life, and I kind of wish I could go back and go, stick at that. You should have really stuck at that. But I love bass. It is. I love nothing better than locking in with a drummer and making something feel good. That is one of my favourite feelings in the world.
Yeah. So, what is your main bass these days?
I've got it here. So this is my Fender Jazz, 5-string jazz bass. You can see it's really beat up. It's proper beat up.
Yeah.
I got some airbrushing on it. Look at that. I got that done when my pop was in the Navy.
Okay.
And when I bought the guitar, I got the little anchor done on it when he passed away. But this is my main bass. I bought this in Sydney in 2011. There used to be a bass centre style shop. I can't remember what it was called, but it was on Parramatta Road. And I remember I walked in just to go for a bit of a look, really, not intending to buy anything. I was playing a 5-string P bass at that time, and then I walked in, and that was like, as you opened the door, I saw that sitting there, literally picked it up, and I was like, that's it. That's my bass. And took it home, and that has written so many songs, that has been around the world with me, that has done so many gigs, and I love it. I have a lot of other basses, as any muso does. My wife keeps wanting me to sell them, but I keep accumulating them. But every time I pick it up, it just feels so comfortable. It's like putting on an old pair of boots or something, And so we play in the Wolfe Brothers. We're actually tuned into E flat, which is something that we just kept doing from when we we started off as a cover band. I'm talking 2008, 2007, and when you're singing 5-6 nights a week, and you got to sing "Living on a Prayer" and Summer of '69. It really helps if you just got a semitone down just to take the edge off your voice. So we've been in E flat, and then we've just stayed in E flat, and it's kind of become part of our, I guess, almost our sound, really. That is my main axe. I have another couple of a couple of jazz bass, another jazz bass that I use for when we're playing with Kernaghan. It's a 5-string. Deluxe one. It's one where you can go either passive or active.
Okay. And
I find just for the Kernaghan stuff, it just has a little bit more sort of punch, just to sort of drive home that sort of big sounds he wants, basically.
Yeah. Are you a pick guy or fingers and thumb?
Big finger guy, bit of thumb as well. Especially if we're playing some Lee stuff, quite a Lee stuff. I'll be a lot of palm muting, sort of thumb stuff, but definitely a finger guy. I will record with a pick every now and then. Like actually, the new single, I'm playing a pick in that. I'm playing with a pick in that, but I'm not a great pick player. I'm actually trying to get better. I'm a Beatles fanatic, so I just bought myself a little Hofner.
Okay.
I went and bought a heap of picks, and I'm like religiously trying to learn all the McCartney bass lines with the pick just to get that sound, So, definitely very comfortable with the fingers.
Yeah. So, what amp are you playing through, and did it take a while to get the right amp for you?
Yeah. Look, I love. I've got a couple of amps. I've got my main go-to. It's just I've got a 410 STV 3 Pro Ampeg, and it's just it's like I got it when we were sort of gigging 5 nights a week in the cover band, and it's just so reliable. It's such a good workhorse. You literally just plug it in like a Fender Jazz into an Ampeg. You're never going to go too wrong. I really love that. So that I have that rig down here in Tassie with me. We have a little storage unit in Sydney where we have a bunch of gear as well, just so often, we'll fly to Sydney, get a van, and then drive to a gig with the gear. I've actually got a Fender Bassman 300 Bassman head, the 300 watt, I think they're Super Pro, whatever they're called, head, and I've actually got a 610 cab. And I don't know, I bought it in 2012, and I think in my head at the time I thought, 610's cool, but I mean, I should have just coughed out a few extra $100 and gotten the 810. You can't have half a fridge. You got to have the full fridge. And then I've got that, and actually I've got a rig in Nashville. I've got when we started sort of touring over there, sort of really basic. We were literally hiring a U-Haul trailer and just hitting the road. So I've actually got a little Mark-based rig over there,
Okay.
and I love that. That is so great. And this might sound bad, but a lot of our, when you gig so much, you travel so much, a lot of the reasonings for what type of gear you use, like, you've got how does it fly, how does it travel, and that Mark-based thing is so light. But I went and tried it out, and I was either going to buy another Ampeg or a Mark-based, and I went with the Mark-based. I absolutely love it. Like, it's a poppy, great little rig. Sounds really full, and with the jazz bass going into it, it sounds great.
Yeah. So you've got the new single out, which is out today, I think. No Breaks.
Out today, and it's really great. Like, it's we're sort of umming and ahhing with all this going on in the world. Like, do we put music out? Do we not put music out? But I think with everything's going on, we need a bit of positivity and something else to talk about instead of the pandemic. So we've got her out today, and it's definitely the most probably pop thing we've ever done. But after our last album, Country Heart, there was a big emphasis and big focus on our farm. Loss of our dad was a big thing. Songs like Country Heart, it's really, even if it's not so much sung directly about him, you can feel it in the subconscious of the songs. It was definitely in our subconscious when we were writing that album. And things like Hey Brother, which is a song we wrote for our veterans. So when we were coming into this writing period for this album, it was just about, we're in a really good place, we're really happy, so we thought, let's just try and write some fun songs that make people feel good, that groove really well. We've really tried to, not that we've never not thought about groove, but, try to widen that a bit, that maybe what's not normally standard sort of country song groove, try to draw on different things, and that's been really fun. And before this, we were road testing a lot of it, and it's been going over really well because it just, it just felt really good, like, drawing off things like Prince grooves and all this sort of stuff, just to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
And
it does have a really great groove. Did you try the song in different tempos and play around with it before you arrived at that?
We did, yeah. Tried a lot of different tempos, tried different versions. But we wrote this one, Lindsay Rhymes, who's produced the track as well. And the way he works is he's just so quick. Like, he's one of them track guys that can just put a track together, like, in a day. And it's like, oh, there it is, So that was really cool to do that. We'd never worked with him before. But yeah, we did. We tried a lot of different things. I was trying to play it on piano. I keep trying to push my piano playing onto the Wolfe Brothers, but Nick's like, no, not happening. My wife's in the other room going, no. So, it's really good. But I think, first single off the next project, we're really happy with it. I think it sort of shows people that, we're not resting on our laurels. We're keeping it fresh, and we're always trying to do something different and raise the bar.
Yeah. Do you have many new tracks in the can?
We do. We've actually recorded probably about 13, 14 new songs. And yeah, I'm really excited, about some of them. Like, I'm so excited. And I think there's some things in there that Wolfe Brothers fans will go, oh yeah, that's a Wolfe Brothers song. It's, we can't help it. No matter what we do, we always keep writing about our home, the farm. It's just in you. When it's in you, it's in you. So there's definitely a bit of that. But there's also there seems to be a real sort of 80s vibe coming back through in this new batch of stuff, which is really cool because when we were young and when we were learning to play, not only was Nick bringing home Master of Puppets album, he was bringing home things like Warrant. We're big Warrant fans. Poison, yeah. But stuff like that. So there's definitely some 80s influence coming through, and it feels really good. I recorded a lot of it with this, but I also recently just got myself a little a 4-string P. It's a Mexican one, but it's got the vintage look and the vintage neck, and I put a set of flats on it, and that is probably nearly my new favourite bass. I just love that. It's got that you got that P bass cut, but with the flats on it, it just sort of restrains it a little bit. It's not too Steve Harris bitey. Nothing wrong with Steve Harris. I love Steve Harris. That was very clear.
So you've got this new international deal with BMG. What when this virus thing is all over? What's that going to mean to you?
Look, it means a lot because I mean, what it means for us is we now have, like, we've been on the phone with people in Canada this morning. They're excited about the single and they want to really push it out to country radio in Canada. The team in Nashville are loving it, and they want to do the exact same thing. So for us, I think what it means is the potential to really take our music out to a global audience, which is so exciting. I think, my dad's words ring in my ear of, you've got a good as chance as the next bloke. And, he's real Aussie. And But he's right, I think you got to back yourself in this world. You got to believe in yourself. And I think that's something we've always done, I think we've got as good a chance as anybody out there. I think we can write songs as good as anyone. And I think with this team, we've got the opportunity to do that, and not just the record deal, but the publishing deal is something me and Nick are really exciting about because we love writing and we love actually writing for other people. We've been using this time to write. We actually had a write with Lee Kernigan yesterday, who we've worked with a lot, and that was great. Like, I love writing stuff with Lee because it's like, okay, this is so Australian. It's like utes, it's red dirt plains. It was really great. So, that's something we're really excited to write songs for other artists and hopefully take, who knows where they'll end up.
Yeah. So what are you missing most about normal life?
The pub? No. It sounds terrible, but I live for playing live. Like, that is just my, it is such a, when you connect with an audience and the band's, it's all sitting right, it is really the best feeling in the world. It's better than any drug. It's better than being drunk, anything. It's such a great feeling. So I'm missing playing live. And I'm missing that connection of playing live, playing live with the band. And, especially when things can just start to jam out, we've been really incorporating that into the show. And, the boys are doing extended solos and, just wherever it needs to go on the night. And that's, for me, I just love that. And I'm really missing that. So hopefully, they're starting to talk about on the news the exit strategy for this. So hopefully we'll be able to start doing that again soon because I'm hanging for it, let me tell you.
Right, Tom Wolfe, thanks for your time.
Thanks so much for having me on. Great to talk music and gear. Thanks, mate.